Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, living my Jess life with the one and only Jess. I hope you guys are doing great today on this lovely Wednesday evening, right? I mean, I'm filming this on Wednesday, but hopefully you guys will get this on Friday evening. But regardless of that, I hope you guys are doing well and life is going great. Even though life be lifing, we're still alive. Okay? But yeah, as you can see by the title, today we are doing a girl talk, a little chit chat, sit down, FaceTime, one-on-one connection with you guys. I love talk a lot. I love to discuss. I love to speak about different topics. I have a lot of opinions on a lot of things. So these type of videos are the perfect type of videos for me. I feel like I can sit and express and just talk and say what I need to say. And as you can also see by the title, today's discussion will be about self-love and confidence, how to feel amazing in your own skin, right? But before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, share with all your friends, turn on that post notifications, child. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified every single time I upload a video. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Y'all got a drink. I got non-alcoholic wine, Stella Rose, and yeah, it's giving what it's supposed to give. Yeah, it's like I done before the video still, but grab a snack, grab a drink, something. Let's get into it. I also have my notes here so I can because I wrote down stuff that I wanted to talk about in the video. So make sure that I don't miss anything and that I get across the point to anybody who is coming across this video. Okay, so today's topic, self-love and confidence. I wanted to touch on what is self-love. So I'm going to be breaking up self-love and then confidence and then concluding both together at the end of the video. So what is self-love, right? Self-love can be defined as an appreciation of one's worth or virtue that includes accepting yourself as you are, prioritizing your needs, setting healthy boundaries, and forgiving yourself when needed. So what does that mean, right? In simpler terms, accepting yourself, knowing one's worth, accepting yourself as you are, which means flaws and all, whatever you come with, whatever you are as a being, your characteristics, your traits, your personality, your habits, whatever you are, whoever you are, accept that as yourself. Because if you're not accepting yourself, you won't be able to I would say accept others. Or if you don't accept yourself, opinions that people have of you will affect you because you're not already acknowledging what you are, who you are, and whose you are. So when somebody there start talk and mention negativity, it is going to affect you if you don't already know who you are and what you are, right? Prioritizing your needs. A lot of us have a tendency not to do so. I mean, we try to put other people before us. We try to put their needs, their life, their desires, their wants before us. We try to help them. We try to solve everything for them, not knowing that we are not solving our life first to then help them. Because one thing, you can't give from an empty cup. So if you're prioritizing other people's needs, you're not going to get anywhere. For them cup are full up and your cup is down here, right? Right. Another breakdown of that definition is setting healthy boundaries. Learn to say no. Not everything is a yes. Not everything is you need to be at every event or you always need to be around people. You can learn to say no. It's not being mean. It's just that maybe the other person might not understand, but maybe they are not at that level mentally or at that level of maturity to understand that you need your space, and it's only healthy if you say no and get your space. Because when you need that boundary and you're constantly around people, it is going to drain you. You're going to feel like you want for the home, you want the time to yourself, but because you're probably a people pleaser or you want to just, not really disappoint people, you tend to still go around them, and so you broke the boundary, and yet still you went out with them, you go yasa with them, you do over them yard, you do a yasa event, and deep down that's gonna affect you at a later date, right? And forgiving yourself when needed. That simply means having grace with yourself. Having grace with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know a lot of times we tend to push ourselves exceedingly and abundantly, and sometimes we get disappointed when those expectations of ourselves aren't being met, right? So take time with yourself. Have grace, be patient, move slow, don't rush yourself to accomplish something or do something, because when you don't do it, you're upset so you never do it. So take time with yourself and forgive yourself, right? Right. Okay, so now that we got the definition of self-love, the breakdown of self-love out the way, let's tap into this equation that... No, because you're all them bounce the music based on everything. When you hear that? That's so rude. I mean, they're playing Thames, but that's so rude. Anyways, the equation that I came up with: self-love equals self-care, and self-care equals self-love, right? So that simply means if you love yourself, that means you are caring for yourself. And self-care equals self-love means if you're caring for yourself, that means you are loving yourself. So self-care and self-love both goes hand in hand with each other. Like one can't do without the other. You're gonna need both, or both can coexist. They coincide with each other, right? Third point, stages of self-love. So there are many stages of self-love, but the first stage, and the only one that I'm going to talk about right now, is self-awareness. Before we can love ourselves, we must know ourselves. What does that mean? Sometimes in life, because life is so chaotic and there's a bunch of stuff, responsibilities, families, kids, jobs, just one bag of something, we tend to lose ourselves. We get lost in the sauce and we don't know who we are. Everything is consuming us and we don't know who we are. We don't know what we like from what we don't like. We don't know what events we'd like to be around. We don't know what type of people we like to be around. And you have to take time to figure that out. You can't just have everything consume you, and the only thing or person that's being left out is just you, the individual, right? So I feel like for you to love yourself, you need to know yourself. You need to know this being that is existing. You need to take time and be in like this quiet mode and just think, what do I like from what I don't like? What are my hobbies? What do I like to do for fun other than work, other than responsibilities and kids and family and everything? Because what I realize is that one reason why a lot of people don't get time to sit to themselves is because they don't like to be by themselves. So every minute you see somebody out with friends, they're out with family, they're always surrounded by persons, and they're never at home or in some space by themselves. And I kind of get that. I guess some people are extroverted and they just love to be around people, but then there are a lot of persons that they don't like to be alone. They don't like to be consumed with their own thoughts while they're alone, so they're more inclined to gravitate to people and be around people. But sometimes I honestly think that you should take time to yourself. If it's even like a couple days in the week, sometimes you need to just retract from people. Sometimes it's draining to be around folks, to keep up to par with the parties, the going out, and just seeing. Sometimes I tired to see people every day. I'm rather in my room. And I think for you to even also enjoy your room, make it a vibe. Like set lights in your room, you know, make your light them twinkle twinkle. Put a little plant in your room, vibe to your music, make a nice little food, get a little wine. Get something and you just sit and enjoy your space, enjoy your solitude, and get to know yourself. Do challenges on your phone, do quizzes, you know, anything that can help that personal development aspect to kind of build the knowledge about yourself. So, with all that being said, you know, self love is the greatest thing that anybody could ever have. Self care and self awareness. But sometimes we tend to find that it is hard to love ourselves. Why is it hard to love ourselves? Why is it hard to, you know, love ourselves, take care of ourselves, be there for ourselves before we do so for others? And that's just a simple but also not so simple answer. And what I had written down was low self esteem and feeling like we don't measure up. We might think that in order to be worthy of love, we need to meet certain expectations we set for ourselves or expectations laid out for us by others. So why is it hard to love ourselves? Low self-esteem. In times we tend to compare ourselves to others, and that can cause the whole you know, low self-esteem type of situation. Because when you're comparing, if you don't look like what others look like or feel how others feel, your self-esteem gone down. Can you say no? So look how, you know, her self-esteem is high, his self-esteem is high because they look like this. People are looking at them. Nobody's looking at me because of how I look, how I feel, XYZ, right? And I feel like, you know, comparison is a thief of joy. That's what the saying says. I think that's what the saying says. And I have a tendency of comparing. Couple years back I would compare my hair because I'm like, everybody else have long hair, the products are working, the curls are curling, everything is going on for the girls them here, and my hair would just be, you know, the little dry dandruff thing when it ready, and it just trying to find so many products to work. It's like trial and error just to finally find one set of product for just work. I used to also compare my skin, like my acne prone skin at the time in high school. I was like, everybody else has clean skin. Not every girl has acne prone skin, so they have a nice, just clean surface, just skin, not even texture, nothing go on, just bare skin. I'm messing no man. What going for me? Like I've controlled it now in my early adult years, but I still have, like, you know, little stuff that pop up, but it's not that bad, right? And then recently I would also compare like skin tone, like hyperpigmentation, like when you're shaving and stuff like that, sometimes you can get hyperpigmentation, dark spots. And I'm like, there are girls out there that literally don't have any trouble with those type of stuff. Them just have one even tone skin, and I'm here crying in my pillow like, why can't I just have clean even tone skin, just one color? Why am I for dark, yes, so dark, yes, so dark, yes, so, you know? So that I think kind of diminished my self-esteem a little bit to some extent, but we're working on it because I'm a hot girl, never a flop girl, only a top girl, period. Get that right. Another part of why it is hard to love ourselves is feeling like we don't measure up. As I said, we don't meet our expectations or the expectations of others. So that tends to give us, like, it just lets us feel like, okay, if we cannot meet up to what this person is saying I should be, your love for yourself go down. Your love for yourself go down and it diminishes, right? Good. So now that we've got those points out the way, right? Having a high self-esteem and learning to love yourself, being self-aware will make you more confident. So when you have all of these things, branching off now from the self-love, we're now going into confidence, right? When you have all of these, high self-esteem, no self-doubt, you love yourself, the self-care is up there, the self-awareness, the self-kindness, it makes you more confident, right? And this brings us to the next segment of confidence. So what is confidence? Referring to my notes. Confidence is a belief in oneself, the conviction that one has the ability to meet life's challenges and to succeed, believing you are capable, right? So when you are confident in yourself, you are capable. You know that you can do something. So if you're going to run a race and you are confident that you're going to win that 100-meter race, and you are going to cross the line, everybody's going to back of you at tailgate, and you are lead the pack. Back where? We're not the back, we're only the front. So if you say you're going to blaze through and somebody comes and they're like, no man, I'm going to win you, you're going to come dead last. What am I say? Dead last. Dead last. So if you come dead last, according to them, the confidence that you already have within yourself that you are going to win, whatever they're saying, it's not going to faze you. Because you already told yourself, hey, me, I go win the game. I don't care about anybody else in this race. I am going to win because I trained, because I am confident within myself that the training and the abilities and the capabilities that I have are now going to come together and, in the name of Jesus, push me to go across the finish line before everybody else, right? Good. The next point that I want to touch on is, what does lack of confidence look like? Because sometimes you can be confident and sometimes stuff can just liquid your confidence, right? Or sometimes, like, confidence isn't something that you're born with. So sometimes a lot of people just lack the confidence in general, right? What does lack of confidence look like? Self-doubt, and just like we said before, low self-esteem. So if you're doubting yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't really think I can do that, I don't know, you're already losing confidence in yourself. You're not confident enough that you're going to do something. And I've had those experiences. I'm pretty sure all of us have had those experiences, especially in school when you have an exam. You study for the exam, But when at the day of the exam, you say, no man, I don't know. Or when the exam paper put down in front of you, and all your friend them a chit chat before the teacher silence the class, and when the glimpse the paper, you say, rotted. But this not gonna work. This not gonna occur. You get me? You already self-doubt. You already tell yourself, say, just by looking at that exam paper, this don't look right. I give what it's supposed to give. It's just not giving. So you're already telling yourself that you cannot do it. And from you self-doubting, low self-esteem follows right behind it. Now, the next point, I hope you guys are enjoying this talk so far. Let me know down below, and we can have a discussion about it in the comment section. The another point that I want to touch on is, can you really build confidence? Because as I said a couple minutes before, not everybody is born. No one is born with confidence, but there are some folks that are just naturally confident. They're just more out there, more outspoken, more bubbly, and nothing really phases them. They can speak in front of a crowd. They can comfortably dance in front of a crowd, present in front of a class, strut the runway, eyes on them. They are not phased by it. But there are some people that need to build the confidence, that they need to work on themselves to gain all that confidence, right? So can you really build confidence? Yes. Just know that it takes time and practice to learn a new, confident mindset and behavior. But once you commit to making changes, you can get better. Remember that you're gonna have to tweak your approach as you figure out what works for you. And that makes perfect sense. Just know that it takes time and practice to learn a new, confident mindset. Nothing is rushed. Don't rush for change your mindset. Don't rush for change your behaviors. Everything is a process. Everything takes time, right? So nothing is going to happen overnight. If you were never confident yesterday and you're trying to work on your confidence for an event coming up or just in general life as personal development, it is going to take some time for you to put into practice the tasks that you need to do in order to build that confidence. If you're not working on that, especially consistently, then you're not going to be confident. You have to constantly work on it, do the different tasks, practice different things in order to build it. And once you're building it, nobody can stop you at the end of the day. That is being built. And I feel like once you build that confidence, that can never be taken away from you. It can never diminish unless self-doubt, low self-esteem, not being self-aware, all that comes creeping in and brings down back your confidence. No. In the same breath of building confidence, right? How to build your confidence. I want to conclude on self-love and self-confidence. So how to build your confidence. Make list of your achievements and things in your life that you are proud of. Acknowledge your personal strengths and talents. Set realistic goals for yourself. Practice positive self-talk. Because let's talk about that positive self-talk thing. A lot of the times we talk down on ourselves, and the more you talk down on yourself, the more it creeps in. The more the negativity that you're talking about literally creeps in, and you believe it, because the more you're mentioning it to yourself or just speaking it out loud, the more your brain I believe say, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I can't do this, oh, I am not capable. And that negative self-talk is seeping into your spirit and just into you as a person. I know you believe everything where you just tell yourself, right? So we need to practice this positive self-talk, practice positive affirmation, speak over yourself, because as we know, the tongue is a very powerful sword, a very powerful instrument. So what we give out is what we are gonna get back, right? So we need to speak positively, speak highly of ourselves, and put it out there in the universe. Let the universe and God know, say, I am blessed, I am highly favored, I am above and not beneath, I am the head and not the tail. And the more you speak about that to yourself, even if you mention it to other people, you're speaking highly of yourself, and you'll be surprised how that positive self-talk slowly changes your mindset over time. And we're back. So to conclude the rest of the video, I just gave you some steps to, build your confidence. I want to wrap up, going back to the self-love segment before, I want to wrap up 7 steps to loving yourself, right? Embrace your uniqueness, right? You are different. Everybody cannot be the same. Embrace it. Let go of that negative self-talk. Treat yourself with kindness. Focus on personal growth. Practice self-care daily, and celebrate your achievements. Practice self-care daily. Let's talk about that. As I said before, self-care and self-love, they mesh. Them clasp on and praise Jesus all together, right? So self-care is your skincare. It's reading a book. It's journaling. It's just sitting in space and just a stare. It's going to take a walk in the park. It's just going outside to get sun. Doing anything that like clears your mind, right? And that means taking care of yourself, not just only from the outside with your skincare, but also from the inside. Take your vitamins, eat healthy. There's so many segments to self-care, and that's what we need to be practicing. And before we go, a part of that self-care, I want to recommend these books to you guys that I've been using probably for like the past 2 years, right? Positive affirmations for Black women, and it has the categories: self-love, self-worth, abundance, confidence, gratitude, motivation, healing, body positivity, success and money, and relationships, right? And you read whatever you're feeling, there's an affirmation under whatever category in here. So whatever morning, whatever evening, or whatever night you feel you need some form of upliftment, positive affirmation for Black women, right? And then also, one of my favorite books, the Self-Love Workbook, a life-changing guide to boost self-esteem, recognize your worth, and find genuine happiness. When I tell you I'm obsessed with a book here, I have it 2 years and I'll know I'm not done. Oh no. The chapters are self-love, self-awareness, self-exploration, self-care, self-esteem, self-kindness, self-respect, and self-growth. Right now I'm on chapter 6, which is self-kindness. And it's just such Such a nice book. It has like activities in there that you can do, right? Like I've been working on stuff. Um it has a lot of stuff. It's a very interactive book. So anytime you feel like, letting go of negativity. Anytime you feel like you need a break from people, you need time to yourself, get a book like that. Or just read a storybook. Even if you're somebody that loves to read motivational books, or you just have like storybooks that you want to read, or you want to use books like, a whole self-love workbook, affirmations book, get them. Walk to the park. If you don't have a park close to you, you stay in your room, you light your candle, you have a little wine on the side, wine break. You have a little wine on the side, right? And you just relax in your room and you take time to yourself to use these books, to implement these activities, and hopefully you doing it daily would eventually bring you into that practice and change your mindset from what it used to be, and you can build that self-love slash self-care, build that confidence, and that is how you would feel amazing in your own skin. Once you have that self-love, once you have that self-confidence, outside noise doesn't affect you. It might feel away when somebody negatively speaks about you or makes some form of comment, but it's not going to phase you. Why? Because you're already confident in yourself. You already have that self love established. Your self esteem is on 10. No self doubt. Your self awareness is on 10. Your self care is on 10. And everything just constantly is growing. And once you have that as a foundation grounded in you, there's no way, no shape, no form that other people and their outside opinions can come and infiltrate your life, your mindset, your thoughts. So that's what I have for you all today. That's it. That's all. That's it. And that's all. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Whatever points you may have, let me know. We can have a discussion down below. And yeah, that's the end of the video. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave suggestions below that you want me to talk about. If you want me to do a next sit down video, let me know the topics that you want me to talk about. Whatever other style videos you want me to try or to do, let me know down below. And to anybody who might come across this video, I hope that your self-love is increasing, and I hope that your self-confidence is also increasing. Do not let other people tell you otherwise. Once you know who you are and whose you are, the outside noise doesn't matter. You see, when you're struck down the street in a nice outfit, when you're walking somewhere and you're walking with confidence, don't let what anybody else has to say ruin your day or ruin your mood. Because you're a hot girl, only a top girl, never a flop girl. And you're a hot boy, only a top boy, never a flop boy. Say it with me. Period. You get me? Right. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.